Good morning, happy Monday. Welcome to a brand new vlog here on Dead Good Book Reviews. We are on reading vlog number 30. I'm pretty confident that that's what we're on. So confident that I now doubt myself. It is first thing in the morning on Monday. It's very, very warm in the UK at the moment. I appreciate it's warm elsewhere too, and I wish to be in Norway right now. But there are books to be read and things to be talked about. As you will know if you watched last week's vlog, we moved house, which is why my setup and my lighting is a little bit different and I have an eyelash in my eye. So yes, we're just sort of working out the quirks of the new house, such as midges. Haven't had to deal with those in the old place, have to deal with them here. Don't know where my camera battery charger is, don't know how far we're going to get through the week. So that's exciting. But I have started a few things, I finished a couple of things. I did finish Kingdom of Copper, which is all the way up there, so I won't grab it now. But that's the book I was reading most of last week. I had a really good time with it. I did stop by Waterstones on Saturday or Sunday or whenever it was to check if they had replaced the copy that had a gouge out of the back of the Empire Gold. They had not, so I will probably order that in from somewhere else at some point and then read that. Joyous, joyous times. And then I've started a couple of other things. I've started my reread of The Killing Moon by N.K. Jemisin, and I am not even really a few chapters into that, but I'm enjoying it. I think this will be my third time lifetime reading it and my second time reading it with like a view to reviewing it. So that's good, and I shall jump straight into the second one when that's done. And it wasn't on the TBR, but I have started, oh no, the first Stormlight Archive book. What's it called? I have two of them and I can't remember what it's called. It's something, Words of Radiance or The Way of Kings. I've started the audiobook of that. I think I've just got through like the prologue on the first chapter, which to be honest isn't that bad for this series, and my battery is going to die. Hooray! Well, that's a job for today, isn't it? Finding my charger. And my alarm's going off, so I should probably go. Hello, welcome to the room in the house that we are keeping very dark because it is the only room in the house that is cold. It is Tuesday today. I'm just quickly checking in before I have to get back to work. Way of Kings, I'm really loving it so far at the moment. Angela, if you're watching this, you're doing me a solid by receiving, presumably first thing in the morning for you, all of my thoughts on where I've got up to. I think I'm on like chapter 7 or so, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm definitely thinking audiobook was the right choice, and it's just a nice good epic fantasy time. Dreamblood Duology, what's it called? The Killing Moon. I'm a proper booktuber, I remember the books I'm reading. That is also happening. I think I'm probably about a third of the way through that. Enjoying it, third time reading it. I think I'm finally like getting it, which is good, because the last two times I've read it, I've not read it slowly enough. So perfect for Slumpy Judith who doesn't want to read anything, just picking up a few chapters at a time. But the world building details and like the setting and clothing details I'm definitely picking up on more, and I'm very much enjoying it. It's like an Egypt inspired fantasy and I'm enjoying that. Also, Velvet Was the Night. I am 3 chapters in, not enough to really get a sense of where it's going, but it is good. Like, I don't know where it's going, but I feel like it's going to be a good time when we get there. That's kind of my wild card at the moment. I think those are all the things I'm currently reading. Yes, so very briefly, let's do Bookmail because I got Bookmail. Ooh, and I'm throwing the invoice on the floor. This is a book I've ordered for myself. I have a few bits and bobs that were pre-orders that will be coming over the next few months, so there should be some book mail. But this Orange Beauty is She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan. Oh, I'm so excited. I have already read this, which is partly why I felt comfortable buying it. But this is like an epic military fantasy. It's really good, and I am excited to now film a video review for it. Probably going to film that tonight. I don't know. Depends what the lighting is doing. This isn't terrible though. It's not the worst lighting I've had since moving in. Yes, excited. I've been doing a little bit of filming. I've been trying to film first thing in the morning because it's the only time in the day where it's cool enough to do so. So I filmed Animorphs, which will be going up next Thursday. I filmed an overbooked video. I want to do one more. I've got a few other bits and bobs. Basically, I'm just trying to catch up because I let things slide a little bit while moving house, and I don't want to... I want to get back on top of it. I want to feel in control of my destiny and my life, and I don't at the moment. So we're working on it. Anyway, I'm going to go and grab my laptop and move everything down here where it's cold because my office was 31 degrees today, and that's before noon. That's not something I want to be in after noon. So we're shifting everything around. But yes, I hope you are doing well. I know that by the time you're watching this is a long time ago in the past, and hopefully we'll have had some thunderstorms where we are, so I'm excited for that. Shall speak to you when I next speak to you. This memory card is running out of space, and I don't know where any of my other memory cards are, so let's just take a moment and appreciate that my earrings are swords. Can I show you them? Little swords. These are actually made by a friend, but I will link her website below because she is phenomenal. Hello, happy Thursday. We're nearing the end of the week. It's meant to be a degree cooler today, and then we're like on the journey down. So I'm okay with it. I'm enjoying the sun while it lasts, and then I'll complain about the cold when it's cold, because that is my right as a human being. I finished a book though. Who else is excited? I finished The Killing Moon by N.K. Jemisin. I had a really good time reading this. Say third time. Third time was definitely the charm. I won't say that I thought this book was like hard to read the first time or anything. I think it's purely been an incident of timing and finally reading it at a time when I could take it in. And some books are just like that. I think the Barry Cormorant Masquerade stuff is one of those where you just sort of, you kind of need to repeat read it a few times. Reread it. There's already a word for that. Oh my god. Repeat read is not a word. Yes, I enjoyed this greatly. I had that wonderful sensation of like, oh no, I remember what happens as it kind of was unfolding, which is always fun. So yeah, I'm gonna pop this one back where it goes, which is down here. It's very nice having organised bookshelves again. And I'm gonna swap it out for The Shadowed Sun, which is the sequel. I'm just gonna pick this up and start and see how far we get. We'll probably be reading that into next week. Hope you're excited for it. I love the take on, well, you have this incredibly complicated magic stuff happening, but actually most of the story isn't about that. It's about how that's being used or misused, and I found that really interesting just as a way to do it. I think in another story it would all be about going into the dream world and stuff, and I don't know if that's what the sequel is. I have read this before, but I can't remember. Okay, this sounds like there's a bit of a time jump, so that's cool. We'll see. I think it's really good. Jemisin writes incredibly good books. I now of course need to go out and find the rest of 100,000 Kingdoms stuff, so I can pretty much have read Jemisin's entire backlog. Would be nice, but we'll see when that happens. What else am I reading? I brought my phone so I could check how far I am through The Way of Kings. At the speed I'm listening, I have 10 hours and 1 minute left, which is not too bad going, but in real time I have 35 hours and 4 minutes left, which is a lot of audiobook. I am really enjoying it. I think doing it by audiobook was 1000% the right decision. I think I've said that already in this vlog. It's just good. It's good stuff. I have absolutely no idea how any of the characters' names are spelled or any of the places or anything, but I am enjoying hearing the story. I think it's going to be good. I think I'm starting now at the, however many hours mark, to really get a feel for what the focus is, which is often quite hard, I find, with really long books to work out where that focus is going to be. Stay tuned for more on that. So far my thoughts are broadly, it's good. The other thing I was reading was Velvet. Velvet Was the Night. I haven't got much further on that. I think I'm going to try and prioritise that today because I found my Kindle. The joys of unpacking. I am finding things that I had forgotten that I had that I would quite need. I have a bit more book mail coming, hopefully, I think either today or tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be here before the vlog ends. We'll see. But that's some exciting book mail. And yeah, I need to get to editing so that I can take all of this footage off this camera so I can use this memory card again. Okay, cool. Right, I shall see you tomorrow. Okay, full confession, I have had a glass of wine, so if this is a bit nonsensical, that's fine. I wasn't going to vlog this evening, but then I realised while editing the vlog up to this point that I said see you tomorrow, and I thought it would be a bit mean to say see you tomorrow and then not come back till Saturday. So hi, happy Friday evening. Woohoo! I have some book mail to share with you, and then I will talk about a book that I finished and a book that I've progressed on. I haven't read any more of the other one, this boy, The Shadowed Sun. I haven't read any more of it, it's fine. First bit of book mail was an ARC that was sent to me by the lovely people at Del Rey. I went to their showcase, it was a virtual showcase a couple of months ago, and had a lovely time. This is The Winter's Garden by Alexandra Bell, and it is for readers of The Toymakers and The Watchmaker of Filigree Street. I liked The Watchmaker of Filigree Street. My mum wasn't a huge fan. She's written books for both adults and young people, including the Zoella Book Club pick. But she does live in Hampshire and is in a house ruled by Siamese cats, and I am from Hampshire originally, so hey, solidarity. On the night her mother dies, 8-year-old Beatrice received an invitation to the mysterious Winter Garden, a place of wonder and magic filled with all manner of strange and spectacular flora and fauna. The garden is her solace every night for 7 days. But when the garden disappears and no one believes her story, Beatrice is left to wonder if it were truly real. 18 years later, on the eve of her wedding to a man her late father approved of but she does not love, Beatrice makes the decision to throw off the expectations of Victorian English society and search for the garden. But when both she and her closest friend Rosa receive invitations to compete to create spectacular pleasure gardens, the prize being one wish from the last of the Winter Garden's magic, she realises she may be closer to finding it than she ever imagined. Now all she has to do is win. I am a big fan of books that involve a contest. I'm a big fan of books that involve gardens. I privately suspect that this could very easily go the Caraval route of being a cool concept and a bad execution. I've never read anything by this author before, so I probably shouldn't expect that. But I'm going to go in with just that little bit of skepticism because I've read enough books that claimed to be like this that were not duds, just like less good than I wanted them to be. So we shall see, but that's not out till September the 2nd. So we've got a couple of months. A month. And then this pre-order was my own pre-order. This is Small Favours by Erin A. Craig. This is her Rumpelstiltskin retelling, I believe. As you all know, I read and loved, I'm not going to grab it, but I read and loved A House of Salt and Sorrows. I have a review up for that book, and this is her follow-on from that. It's not connected to that book in any way, it's just her next book. Enter not the forest deep beyond the bells, the dark fiends keep. A mesmerising and chilling novel about dark wishes and dreams and what lurks in the shadows of the people you think you know. House of Salt and Sorrows is like, it's not horror, but it's kind of haunted house-y, so I'm expecting this to go kind of dark, but I honestly don't know, and I'm very excited to find out how it goes. I've been excited for this for a while. I think since I read House of Salt and Sorrows, I've wanted to pick this up, so maybe we do a bit more ditching of the TBR and a bit more reading of the things that we buy. Maybe. I think that's everything. Oh no, it's not everything I had to talk about because I was going to talk about books that I finished. Oh, should not vlog on half a glass of wine. I finished Velvet Was the Night by Sylvia Moreno Garcia, and I have actually already written my review for it. Not my review for the video, but my review for the review website. Anyway, so that is out in September, I think, and it is a noir set in 1970s Mexico, so it's a bit different from everything else I've been reading lately, but I really enjoyed that fact. It follows two characters, Mate and Elvis, in very different worlds, but they are following the same missing girl for very different reasons. Enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to when I started it. I found it really slow to start, but I started it just after we moved house, so I think that was probably more of a Judith issue than an issue with the actual book. And then I got super into it, and then it ended, and I was like, I wasn't such a huge fan of the ending, but I can kind of see why it got to where it did, and I think it would be hard to end this book in a way that would have satisfied me on all levels. But no, I thought the characters were really interesting, not particularly likeable, but I found them really, really fascinating, and I'll be really interested to see what other people think about this one and how people who've read her other books think it compares to them, because I think what Sylvia Moreno Garcia writes really well is atmosphere, and I think this book has that, and it captures the settings and the rooms and the spaces really well in a similar way to Mexican Gothic does. But yeah, if you've read it or if you've got plans to, I'll be very interested to know your thoughts. And the other thing I'm reading is Way of Kings, which is also going very well. I think I am quite a few chapters through now. I can't remember how far I am, and my phone is all the way across the room, so we can't be getting that. I was messaging Angela about it this morning, and I think one of the things I'm really finding is like it's just nice to read an epic fantasy every now and then. I read a lot of stuff that's like with a twist, or this is a bit weird, or this is totally different from that, and I sometimes find myself just reading a bit of fantasy being like, oh yes, this is what I've been missing. I've been missing the person takes their chance to be a hero kind of motif. It's harkening back to a lot of the stuff I really loved before I became a bit jaded towards it, and then you fall back in love with it. You know, everything's a bit cyclical. But yes, I'm very much enjoying that. I don't know how quickly I'm going to get through it or the rest of the books in the series, but I will probably I think I'm just going to do spoiler videos for each of them, because I feel like that will work better. But if you would like spoiler-free videos for each of them, well, let me know, because I'm beholden to you as an audience. I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. Let's say yes. I'm going to get back in and edit in this way too long clip into the end of the vlog, and I shall see you tomorrow morning to close things out. Hello, happy Saturday, welcome back. Well, you've not gone anywhere, but I am still here, so there you go. We'll update you on Way of Kings, which is the only thing I've made progress on. I am on chapter 27, Chasm Duty, of about 75. I've got about 8 hours left of listening to that. I'm very much enjoying it. It continues to be good. I don't know at what point it's going to flip back to another character. Like, there were 2 characters, now there seems to be only 1. I'm okay with it. I'm seeing how it goes, you know, in real book terms, we're not that far through, so we'll see. Yeah, I'm still having a really, really good time with that. I am still a little bit, not really, like, bummed, but just annoyed that I haven't got as much reading done this month as I wanted to, because I have to film my August TBR very soon, and I realised that pretty much everything that was on my July TBR is going to be on there. But you know what? It is what it is. We keep going with our lives. I think I drastically underestimated how much brain power the move would take up, and yeah, there wasn't much time left for reading, but the stuff that I have read this month I have actually very much enjoyed, so that's always good and nice. Cool, well, I must finish up the vlog because I have to get this, and for you tomorrow's video and Thursday's video, all uploaded and ready to be subtitled and all of that jazz, so I'm going to get on to that. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me this week. I hope that you had a lovely week. Did you enjoy the nice weather? Were you just a big ball of horribleness as I was? Let me know. While you're down there commenting, if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It makes me feel loved and appreciated. You could also follow me on all of my social media. Come join us on Discord. We have a lovely time talking about books. And that's all from me, and I will see you in the next one. There's gonna be some bloopers now. She Who Became the Sun by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I am not... Yes, I nearly said the Dreaming Moon, but it is in fact the Killing Moon. Let's cut that bit out, shall we, editing Judith? Shall we cut that bit out? Yes. Why would you put a sticker on a perfectly good book?